2 autobiographical notes and other sundry facts. Biographical note. Born 28th of April 1928 in Nice to 2 painters. After attending the École de la Marine Marchande and the École nationale des langues orientales, he becomes first a book dealer in Nice and then a trainer of racehorses in Ireland. From 1948 to 1951, he travels widely through Europe. In 1952, he embarks for Japan, where he studies judo and the ancient martial arts. He returns to Europe after obtaining a 4th Dan black belt. 1954, technical director of the National Federation of Judo in Spain, Madrid, publishes simultaneously a volume of reproductions with a preface by Claude Pascal with Fernando Franco de Sarabia in Madrid, and his book The Foundations of Judo with Édition Bernard Grasset in Paris. Living in Paris since 1955. In September 1955, inaugural exhibition at the Salon des Éditions Lacoste in Paris. February-March 1956, one-person exhibition with debate at Colette Alondi, Paris. Preface, The Minute of Truth by Pierre Restany. August 1956, participation in the first festival of avant-garde art in Marseille at Le Corbusier's Cité Radieuse. In January 1957, first exhibition of the Blue Period at the Apollinaire Gallery in Milan. At the same time, participation in a group show at Iris Claire and Colette Alondi. February 1957, participation in Micro Salon, Iris Claire Gallery. May 1957, major 2-gallery solo exhibition of the Blue Period at Colette Alondi and Iris Claire. Paintings at Iris Claire, Rive Gauche, sculptures, folding screens, tapestry, pure pigments, Bengali fires, tactile sculptures and sponges of pictorial sensibility at Colette Alondi. June 1957, solo exhibition in London at Gallery 1, Darblay Street. Lecture and debate at the Institute of Contemporary Art London, ICA, with colour film projection of the May 1957 exhibition at Iris Claire and Colette Alondi. The origins of my pictorial career. Born into a milieu of artists and painters, YVES KLEIN was attracted to art, and in particular to painting from the time of his childhood. With no feeling of rebellion vis-à-vis this milieu in which he lived, it is fair to say, all the same, that a certain irritation emerged in the course of his adolescence with regard to the very laws of composition of art and painting that he heard constantly being discussed around him. A barely disguised lack of breadth, true freedom and perspective. The pursuit of everything that the whole world refers to as equilibrium, or contradictorily imbalance, seemed to him to be the motivation of the sclerosis of his entourage. During a brief period and episode of an ordinary classic crisis of adolescent mysticism from 1946 to 1947 occurred simultaneously. A. The beginning of his practice of judo, which would lead later to his understanding that pictorial space is above all the fruit of a spiritual ascesis. B. The beginning of his studies of Rosicrucian cosmogony. And C. The earliest attempts at monochromes in gouache, pastel, with no pictorial pretense at the time, but rather in the attempt to represent the pure, cloudless sky of the Côte d'Azur, which he contemplates for long hours stretched out on the beach. A kind of game played among comrades of the same age, from 18 to 20, brings about the need to announce, at the time, of which kingdom one is king. For his part, YVES declares himself to be the proprietor of the blue sky.